guys, $20 if you make it fast.
Each one of us?
Each one of you. $20 a piece.
Well, how does it feel to have bled for the first time?
Wow. Yeah. That threw me. I'm not going to lie to you. I had 19 fights in. I've never seen my own blood in the cage. But it feels good. I feel like I'm going to grow from this. Tonight was a really good learning opportunity for me. And tomorrow, we're going to go back to the house, rewatch the fight, I'm sure, and dissect it. And tomorrow's a new day. Lots of room for improvement for me.
Fighters sometimes say that when they smell their own blood, it kind of like turns something on. Did you have that experience? Or was it maybe not enough blood?
No, definitely like at the end of the second round, I like hawked a loogie. I spit it and I was like, fuck it, let's go. And yeah, I mean, that's, I think that there are athletes, there are performers, and there are fighters. And sometimes you got to be able to dig deep, and that's what a fighter does.
Do you still feel like you could fight 2 more times tonight?
I could, yeah. That's happened a lot in judo.
Yeah.
Maybe not like hawking the loogie, but having to dig deep.
And do you still feel like you did enough to get that title shot?
I hope so. I think Ketlen's number 2 girl in the world. She might actually be better than some of the girls who are about to fight right now. So, yeah, I think I'm ready. I'm ready for the title.
What if the UFC comes and says, you can get the title, but you got to wait a year? Would you wait a year? Would you do the Michael Chandler route and wait?
No.
What would you want to do in the meantime?
I would fight.
Is there somebody you'd...
Fighters fight. When you're the best in the world, you're the best in the world. It doesn't matter. I'm the uncrowned queen. If I have the belt, if I don't have the belt, I'm still the best in the world. So I'd fight. I don't care who it is. Fill in the blank. I mean that when I say it. I don't think that there's anybody in the world that will beat me right now.
Amanda Nunes tweeted a few things, and the cryptic things seemed to imply she was excited to maybe come back. Or what do you think?
I haven't seen the tweets, but good. That's
the fight you want?
Of course. Yes. She's the greatest of all time. I was saying that when I started MMA, when I was like this young idiot who did, I mean, that to me, that is the biggest compliment you can give someone. Like, I think you're the best in the world and I want to fight you. When people say that to me, I consider it a compliment. I don't consider it like disrespectful. So, I know she's happily retired. And if that's the case, that's great. But if she wants to come back, I want to be the one to welcome her.
Last one for me. Would you prefer to fight her, seeing as she's the greatest, or would you rather have the title? Which would you?
I can't have my cake and eat it too.
Well, which would you want first, I guess?
I would like the title first, and then just put the cherry on top.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Kayla, over here. At media day, obviously, you said Ketlen's one of the tougher girls in this division, just because she's been in that top 5 for so long. You guys were at the press conference arguing over black belts in judo and Olympics.
I know.
So when you were in there and you locked up, like adding the elbows and the kicks and everything, was she at all better than you thought she would be in those situations?
Yeah, listen, Ketlen's a beast. She definitely has improved since some of her fights. Her takedown defense was on point today. She was really patient, even with her striking, never overextending herself, never really opening herself up for me to shoot off of her punches. So she did a great job. I have nothing but respect for her. Like, I think that she brought out, this is going to unlock a new higher level of Kayla. And I'm really grateful for the opportunity to have shared the cage with her tonight. And she was strong. I was very surprised. Like, everyone always talking about me looking strong, but she was strong.
And I think they were interested in this fight just because you were fighting a high ranked individual. But I think people were surprised that Ketlen talked trash to you.
Oh my God, I was surprised too.
But did you like that? Like,
I did. Yeah. I mean, except being called ugly. I don't think anyone ever wants to be called ugly. But no, listen, that's part of the game. I'm not trying to like be disrespectful or like, it's not personal for me, and I'm not here to make friends, you know? I'm here to be the best in the world. So talk that shit, girl.
Then just one last one, unrelated to your fight, but I'm just curious because you've been, in combats and martial arts for so long. But the Kevin Holland fight that just happened,
I did not see it. What happened?
Kevin, he couldn't make it out of the next round because he broke his ribs.
Oh.
And his coach was asking like, "Do you want to continue?" And Daniel Cormier was like, "That shouldn't be the fighter's call. That should be the coach's decision because the fighter's gonna want to fight through it, and it should be the coach to save it." Roman thought it should be the fighter's call because they want to fight through this. But I'm curious, as someone who's been in martial arts for so long and had so many coaches, should that be the coach's call, or do you think it should come down to the fighter?
I mean, I think that is an individual case by case. For me, I'm the type of athlete that says, you say jump, I say how high. Like, I'm going to listen to my coaches. They tell me to run through a brick wall. I'm going to run through a brick, like, to my detriment. Like I need someone to tell me to stop. But I think it's a case by case basis, Yeah, that sucks.
DC's argument was always like, you don't want to put your fighter, because if they quit in like, not using that word, like it won't look good. Like it might mess.
Yeah. No, I get that. I mean, that's for me, I would leave it up to my coaches. Like, should I continue or should I stop? Like, you tell me. But I trust my coaches with my life. So.
Hey, Kayla, right behind you. What was your experience like in Utah, fighting in Salt Lake City? Did you feel elevation? Did you come and train, or just take me through your time in Utah?
Yeah, I've been here for 2 weeks with my whole team. It's been a blast. We've gone on some beautiful hikes, been up in the mountains, really enjoying it. I didn't feel like tired tonight, but just a little dry. But I do believe I'm made for the mountains. I got to get out of the swamps of Florida. The mountains are where it's at. I've really enjoyed my time in Utah.
Kayla, right over here.
Yeah.
They complimented your striking on the broadcast. I'm just curious, how do you feel
Did they?
about the development of it? Early on in the fight, they were really, really praising it. So how do you feel about the development of your striking over the years?
Yeah, listen, I train at the best team in the world, American Top Team, with the premier coaches, Mike Brown, Steve Mako, Anderson Franca. They are all, they've become like my family. They are students of the game through and through. Like, you walk into our Airbnb this week, and like at any given, it could be 2 p.m. or midnight, and Mike Brown will be at the table and he's like watching film and taking notes, and then Anderson will be at the other end of the table watching film, taking notes. Like they're the best of the best, and I have the best training partners. I couldn't ask for a better team and a better support system around me. And if I have made improvements, it's because of them and because of their belief in me, and I guess a little bit because of my discipline and just stubbornness. Thank you.
Kayla, right in the back. If you get that title fight next,
when
you would have winning that fight, you would be a champion in just 3 fights with the UFC. If you're able to do that and make that happen, what would that mean to you?
It would mean a lot. I've done some pretty amazing things in my career. I want this to be another really big one. I know that I don't have forever left as an athlete, so I want to make the most of it while I can. I got a long list of shit I want to do in the UFC, so let's get that title.
I don't know if you saw, but earlier today, it was kind of like right when the prelims happened, the PFL actually posted a video about Larissa and you were the first person in the video talking about how she beat you, how she has a fight coming up, promoting it, and it was just so happened to be posted on the same day that you were fighting. I was wondering if you had seen that and what you thought about it. It was a couple hours before your fight,
No, I haven't seen it. I don't know if you've have you seen anything promoting any PFL anything lately? So.
And last for me, how did you feel about the way that you're able to mix it up with the striking and the grappling?
Yeah, I mean, there's always room for improvement. I've got a lot to work on. I'm not excited, but I'm eager to go back and watch the fight with my coaches and break it down and see where I can make improvements. This week, I'm taking off. My kids and I are going on a little road trip around some of the parks in Utah. But next week, I'll be back in the gym, ready to unlock an even better version of myself.
Thank you.
Thanks. Awesome. Thank you guys so much.